Having demonstrated that you can stay in the water with no equipment safely, it's now time that you began to use some equipment. You will begin with the simplest pieces, the ones we use for snorkeling. Before you use the equipment, you must adjust and prepare it correctly. When you have adjusted the mask strap, treat the mask with some anti-fogging liquid while the glass is still dry. After, rinse the mask with a little water. To equalize the temperature, it is best to use the water that you'll be diving in. You might have to wear neoprene booties with the fins. It is easier to put on neoprene equipment if you remember the wet-wet or dry-dry rule. Your feet and the neoprene booties must both be dry or both wet. If your feet are dry and the booties are wet, or vice versa, it is much more difficult to put the booties on. It is easier to put fins on sitting down. Adjust the fin straps and get familiar with the buckle system. Now you can put your mask and snorkel on and get into the shallow water. One of the simplest ways to enter the water is to make a seated side entry. Sit with your feet in the water and place both hands to the side of you at the edge of the pool. Your fingertips should be facing away from the pool and your wrists should be facing the water. Now turn your body around and keep your arms straight. This allows you to keep well away from the edge of the pool and ensures that you don't bang your chest or face against the side. Once you're in the water, keep looking downward. You can breathe effortlessly through the snorkel. If the snorkel were filled with water, it would be easy to empty it by blowing forcefully. Just a few blasts of air, as if you were firing a pea shooter, are sufficient. After trying a few times, you will be able to clear the snorkel in just one go. Now you can begin to move on the surface. Exploit your fins to the full by moving your legs in the same way as when you did the freestyle swimming, but much more slowly. The aim is to move in the water effortlessly and without splashing too much, which does nothing to improve efficiency. The first time you use the fins, it is easy to make a few common mistakes. Making a bicycle movement with your legs does little to improve the efficiency of the forward movement. Fin blades that come out of the water and strike the surface make unnecessary splashes and the noise scares the fish. The correct and most efficient way to use fins is to move the legs alternately from the hip and keep the fins under the surface as much as possible. You should also try swimming with just one fin. You may have to learn to do this if by chance your fin strap breaks and you are a long way from the shore or boat. The foot without the fin helps to force the other one down by pushing on top of the finless foot and reducing the effort of the leg muscles. If you are not used to using fins or are poor in physical fitness, you may get cramp in your calves. Extend the leg as much as possible to get the cramp to pass. Your buddy can help you by massaging the muscle. You should also know a few basic techniques so that you can help your buddy if he gets tired or is in difficulty. There are various ways to do this, but the fin push method enables you to transport the diver and see where you are going at the same time. It also gives you the possibility of looking at the person and talking to him to keep him calm. As well as blast clearing a snorkel, there is another method that involves very little effort and is carried out as you come to the surface. Before you get to the surface, keep looking up and softly exhale a little air into the snorkel. As you ascend, the decreasing pressure will cause the air in the snorkel to expand and will automatically clear the water from the tube. With a little practice, you will learn to tilt your head forward just a little before you get to the surface, so that when you emerge, your snorkel will be clear of water and ready to use. Even the techniques that seemed complicated at first will become natural if you continuously repeat them.